And welcome back to the TagMeInPod podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode number 4. Yeah, y'all were ready for that, man. Man, we have a exciting episode for y'all today. We have a lot happening, especially since I think Friday we have some debuts, a new tribal chief. We also have some injuries to report and a heel turn and some exciting teasers that's been happening on Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. But of course, I'm your host, Devin, and with my two best friends, my boys, Zach, B. How we doing today, man?
Doing all right. We are not typically a review type show, but this last week of WWE television has been so much happening. There is so much happening in the world of wrestling right now.
Dude, gotta love professional wrestling. That is what we're here for. Then we have my boy, the legend himself, Big Red. How we doing, man?
I acknowledge Solo Sequoia.
You have to acknowledge your man. You have to acknowledge it. All right, but of course, we're going to start off with the icebreakers, boys. This is what we start every week. So one of us comes with an icebreaker, and the other two have to answer it. They ask us and everything. So we are going to go to our boy Big Red. No, I don't want Big Red to do it. Nah.
Hey, whoa!
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Well, mine.
I'm just kidding, man.
All right.
It's good. You literally had two, like, oh, I have 2 questions, but I don't know what to do. Like, whatever.
Sounds like someone's being a hater.
I am such a hater right now. Just like how Austin Theory sucks. But go ahead, buddy.
Well, of course he gets brought
Here
up
we go.
again. Anywho, you know what? I'm going to move on from that. Devin was correct. I was debating on 2 questions, but here's the one I went with because I feel like it's very timely. Now, I let both Zach and Devin know that kind of like a little teaser, like a little hint towards my question, it was going to be about the bloodline, ironically enough. So, as we know, Jimmy gets kicked out, Solo and Tama's making like new moves and everything, and it's looking really, really good. There have also been a few other possible new bloodline members, such as Jacob Fatu, who's currently a free agent, possibly, and also Lance Anoa'i, who is also part of that family, obviously. So it's a little too early to predict, but my question for both of y'all today is, what direction do you think the bloodline is going? What future things do you see happening? And overall, is there going to be another bloodline civil war? I'm going to throw it to Devin to like really just get your opinion. I wanted to have an opinion-based question instead of like, oh, what's the greatest of one or the other?
That's a good question. Actually, let's see. It's hasn't been a week yet. We're already like talking about like a whole new chapter into the bloodline story. I can see, like, because we're not going to see Roman for a while. That's just the case. But now it's like we have Solo taking over, and then we have Tama kind of being going to be like the right hand guy. He's going to be that right hand guy for him. The Rock is secretly behind some of these attacks that are going to happen for a while in the storyline. And then you have Jimmy trying to fight the bloodline by himself for a while. Because you have to remember, him and Jay are still not on the same page. And Jay even said on Monday Night Raw, like, I tried to tell him to come with me, but he never did. So he's going to feel the wrath of that. But when we get close to SummerSlam, we're going to start seeing like civil war kind of like growing within the bloodline, because Roman's going to be trying to like, oh, it's still me. I'm still the tribal chief, but Solo's going to make sure like that does not happen. I'm looking at War Games. Looking at War Games, man. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. If, like, I want to say end it, but like if they were to like end it right there at in War Games, I'd be so okay with that.
I'll jump in here. I'm along a similar line of thinking. I do think that Rock is secretly behind the scenes the puppeteer here, even though he's going to be written off television for a little while. That whole interaction with him and Cody was super awkward. him leaving on that note was interesting.
This is awkward.
I like the way that title feels. Can I hold it for you, Cody? Can I have that?
As long as I
That
can
was
hold
super awkward.
yours.
Yeah, as long as I can
Why
hold
was he
yours.
Whoa!
Why was he talking like that too? Can I
I
just
was like,
ask that?
I
what
don't
are
know.
we
I don't know.
watching?
That's so awkward. But to get back on track here, I agree. I think Rock will be secretly pulling the strings behind the scene. I could see it ending in War Games. We also have to remember that we are still going to get a Rock versus Roman match at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the title, but the only way I think Roman Reigns is going to retire a baby face, and the only way to get him back to a baby face is somebody the star power of The Rock. So we still need to see that match. The names that you didn't mention, Jacob Fatu and Zila Fatu, are still out there as well, who are both independent on the independent scene, part of the Bloodline family. I could see them coming in and just adding layers to this storyline. This storyline's never ending. It's never going to end. The family's too big. Samoans everywhere.
Literally, you're not lying about that.
No, I definitely agree because I had an opinion that, funny enough, mixes both of your guys' ideas. I do think The Rock is going to be like the new head of the table and kind of make that, hey, Roman controlled it for a long time, but he failed. I'm not going to fail, and have that story go on a little bit. But like Zach said, I also did mention Jacob Fatu. Tom obviously being here, Lance and Hawaii as well, and what was the fourth one you said?
Zila Fatu.
Zila as well. It brings so many elements that I do also think that they are going to build to Survivor Series, War Games, Bloodline Civil War Part 2. This time it's just everyone included in it, though. You're going to have Roman's team versus Rock's team. And then it'll eventually WrestleMania 41. Who's going to be the head of the table, Roman or Rock? Whoever wins that, yada, yada, yada. But I am super, I was just thinking about that and I was super excited and I was like, oh my God, I want to see where this goes because having so many people, because Jacob Fatu is a free agent. Not a lot of people, he got, his contract ended with MLW.
There's reports that he's already signed with the WWE. I don't know how credible the sources are, but I have seen reports that he's already signed under contract with the WWE. And
it was the same thing with Lance and Hawaii because he literally went on podcasts and whatnot and has brought up the fact of, no, I want to join the Bloodline and possible talks with NXT as well. So if all this is true, if everything's shaping up like it's supposed to, boys, we might be witnessing something great, to say the absolute least.
Holy crap, can you imagine the amount of family just going at each other, man?
Oh, it's going to be ridiculous. And that's what I said, Bloodline Civil War.
War
Games? War Games? Oh my God.
10 on 10 War. No, it's not even War Games. That's World War 5. That's World War 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God damn.
At first, I thought the Bloodline story was going to die down, but absolutely not.
It's the Triple H era, dude. You can't.
We tweeted from the Tag Me In podcast. Sorry to cut you boys off, but we tweeted, I think the exact quote was, the Bloodline story is not going anywhere.
Not anytime soon. We all thought it was done at WrestleMania, but they just figured out a way to extend it. And they did it without Roman, which is, they're doing something right. I'm all for it.
I'm 100% for it, too. Yeah. Heel Rock needs to continue happening. It's going to be great.
Strap in.
Well, here's another thing, guys. Cody Rhodes is official SmackDown wrestler now, which actually makes me upset because I'm so used to him being on Raw. But, I get why, though. I get it. It's so weird, but now he still can be involved with that storyline, even not being on that storyline every week. So
I agree.
All right, guys.
Wouldn't be surprised if Solo ends up in a world title match within the next few months here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
I don't know if he's going to win it, but I would not be surprised if they throw him in. If he wins it, that's going to be insane. That's even going to throw me for a loop. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not mad, not sad, but
it'd be so weird. But hey,
be interesting. Tribal Chief.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Tribal Chief.
Thumbs up.
I want to see everyone from now on. When you hear Solo Sikoa's music, just put your thumb up.
Yeah,
You better wrap that finger.
Hitchhiker thumb up.
Can we just say, why did Tama have to get his hoodie? Like, why?
No, that one.
It's
That
a
one was
bloodline
her.
thing.
That one
It's a
was hoodie
bloodline.
worthy. That was a debut. That was hoodie worthy.
It was
hoodie
cool.
worthy.
No, I wasn't mad about that. It was just like, damn, that hoodie again. It's back.
It's the
Damn
bloodline
hoodie.
signature.
I mean, we pretty much talked about Tama coming into the WWE, but like, I think it's exciting to see him come in, and just like now we're extending the storyline. How about we talk about something pretty serious? Rhea Ripley is out for, I think, for a couple months now. Like, it's with the AC joint. They don't know if she's gonna need surgery, but man, it sucks because like she just had that great match with Becky, and it seemed like she was going to continue that feud with Liv for like a month or two. I was all for it, but now she had to relinquish the title. Title will be crowned next week. Zach, how you feel about this? I know you're a big fan of Rhea. I think we talked about this too with Rhea being now. Like, who's going to now take that spot that Rhea had for like almost a whole year now?
Well, it was over a year. I believe it was
380 days.
80 days, somewhere on there.
Can I just put a fact out there real quick? That was the same day that John Cena got hurt about almost 15 years ago, I think. When
Really?
380
Really?
days he held the WWE Championship, and he got hurt on 380 days. Just saying.
So
Just saying.
my initial reaction when she opened the show, we saw the reports before Monday Night Raw started. Well, when she opened the show, it kind of like sunk in, like, man, she's really hurt. This sucks. And for her to walk out there in the sling, we already knew what was going to happen. Bummed out, man. Rhea is, I think that she's one of the most dominant women's champions I've ever seen. She's mommy. Mommy's always on top. She's
He's always on top.
she's such a good champion, and for her to have to relinquish the title absolutely sucks. And I'm gutted for her. She I don't know who necessarily is going to take that mantle. I don't think anybody's going to be as nearly as dominant as she was. I think that
no.
the easy answer is Liv Morgan, which I wouldn't be mad about. I think Liv Morgan is a deserving champion, not necessarily in this manner of, getting it, but she's a worthy adversary. And I am excited for when Rhea does come back. If Liv is still holding that title, that feud is going to be phenomenal.
I hope
Because
so.
they both took each other out with the same injury. Rhea injured Liv months ago. I think November, December, somewhere around that. No, it was earlier than that, last summer. And now Liv Morgan comes back, injures Rhea Ripley in the same way, the same injury. Now Rhea's going to be out for a few months. They could really make a very compelling storyline with this whole thing.
So, real quick, before I get Elijah's answer, a lot of people are confused about Liv's like character, if she's like a heel or babyface. Because when she came out, and then she's like doing the whole like teardrop thing, like, oh, how sad. It's kind of like, is she a heel? Is she a babyface? I guess we'll see in the future. We'll see what happens. But same thing to Elijah, same question. How do you feel about the whole Rhea Ripley injury, and who will be the next champion?
I mean, honestly, it bummed me out. Like, same thing that Zach said, because she was on such a run, and like, I didn't want her to lose it for like a long time. Like, I wanted her to like, set these records and do all these crazy, crazy ass things, but it just, you can't book around injuries, real life injuries, and unfortunately, that's what happened. Liv, going back to what you said, like if Liv is going to be face or heel, oh, this is 100% heel. It's 100%. Like, she's laughing at her for being like, "Yeah, you're injured. Goodbye."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 100%. She is going to be a heel, and I'm here for heel Liv. Also, as for who I would want to see carry that title in Rhea's absence, I would say either Liv or, proposing a new idea, give it to Bianca. And the reason I said give it to Bianca is, imagine in the future a Bianca Jade Cargill rivalry. I don't want them to break up the trio with both of them and Naomi, but that match for the women's world title would be beyond amazing. And then when Rhea does come back in the future, whenever that may be, a Rhea Jade or a Rhea Bianca, because Rhea Bianca always cooks. I would watch that every single night, like every single Raw if I could. But a Rhea Jade triple threat on that?
I was about to say that to go back to when Rhea does eventually return, I don't think WWE can have a bigger money match in the women's division than Bianca versus Rhea. Like that match could main event any WrestleMania in any era.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, even going back to like when they were the final two in the Royal Rumble a few years ago, that was amazing. Like everyone was like, "No, I want Rhea to win. Oh, I want Bianca to win," and everyone was happy with it regardless. And that was blonde-haired Rhea. That was before Mommy Rhea.
Yeah, that was before Monday Night Mommy.
Yeah, exactly. So going back on that, and like honestly, like me just thinking about it on the fly right now, that triple threat with Rhea, Jade, and Bianca, that could main event any PLE coming.
Oh yeah.
Any of it. Don't get me, and that's no disrespect to Liv Morgan, because Liv Morgan would be a great heel champion. Liv's been champion already, and it's been really good. So I wouldn't be mad either way, but me being biased, I would 100% want either Bianca or Jade to take that spot. Preferably Bianca to build the Jade match, and then Rhea comes back to throw in some spice on that.
So I feel like the only way that's going to have to happen is like during the draft, they're going to have to move Bianca back to Raw. You know what I mean? Like, I can totally see it. I hope, like, hey, I'm not mad about that. Like, if it happens, I'm all for it. The women's division is at its best right now in the WWE. Like, I feel like 90% of those women in the locker room can definitely, like, hold a belt for sure.
Oh,
so I would not be mad Bianca got it. I'd be so down for that because she held the Raw Women's title for like
it was a year.
Yeah, it was like the longest reigning title reigned by a woman. So like, hey, shout out to Bianca if she got to win the women's world championship. So I'll be down for that.
Absolutely.
Devin, before we move on to the next topic, do you have a preference or a guess as to who will take that title?
It's probably gonna be Liv.
You think
Just
so?
the way they're building it up. I think there was gonna be something in the story where she did beat Rhea because like the whole like revenge tour.
Yep.
Like I don't think she's gonna win at Backlash, but I did think in the future she was gonna beat Rhea eventually to say like she completed her revenge tour. I just didn't know when though.
Liv and Rhea have so much history together as well. Like before this injuring each other even happened, they were a tag team together. They have so much history to tell.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's long-term storytelling, and I'm all for the WWE, man. Hey, got to see Triple H on Monday Night Raw. He with the one and only R-Truth. Real quick, sorry, I know I kind of just blurted it out, but like I saw that, had me dying. Sorry, had to put it out there.
Good transition, Devin.
Hey, I saw it. I'm sorry, that was so funny. I love R-Truth. He always puts a smile on my face because also he introduced the new World Tag Team Championships to the Awesome Truth. A lot of haters, man. I'm telling you, no one. They're serious.
Internet wrestling community.
No,
the IWC being a hater.
I know, right?
No.
Haters,
bro.
Man.
This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Breaking news. Just put it on like bing, bing, bing. It's everywhere. Like,
got edit that in. Just boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god!
Sound the alarms.
Sound the
There's
alarms.
Haters on the internet.
The IWC. Well, no, it's just kind of annoying because I think it's pretty cool. I think Zach was been waiting to change the titles. Like, it's finally we're doing this, and it's pretty nice.
The previous designs were just such an eyesore. They've been the same for almost 10 years now. From the penny plates, the gold ones, like making the plates silver, changing the straps to red and blue. Like, yes, that was an upgrade. But I mean, you can't say go win the gold when the plates are silver. Yeah. You know? Like, I'm so glad that the tag titles got updated.
Oh man,
redesigned.
Literally, ironically, it is like an upgrade of like, oh, here's your bronze medal. Okay, cool. Oh, here's your silver medal. All right, cool. Now here's your gold medal. You guys are champions, and you will be treated and shown as such. And that, I got a big pop out of it. I was not expecting that at all.
So we're recording this before the upcoming episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Do you think that they just mirror that design and change it blue, or do you think they give the SmackDown titles an entirely new makeover as well?
That's what they did back then during like the ruthless aggression. Like they had the SmackDown, not SmackDown, the WWE tag team titles, and you had the World tag team titles, and they were both completely different. It would make more sense if they did that, and I think Triple H is trying to bring that back as well.
Honestly, I have an opinion on this because I was thinking about it once they debuted everything and all that fun stuff. I think they are bringing back the WWE Tag Team Champions, that championship and that lineage, and that's going to be amazing. But if we look at the title belts, because like Raw is going to have the World Heavyweight Championship, and the tag titles kind of mirror that, or it's like a similar design. I feel like SmackDown ones are now the WWE ones are going to mirror Cody's championship, like Cody's Universal Championship. So I feel like it's going to be the gold with the W on it. Like it's going to be somewhat similar with like a little splash of blue in there to show like, yeah, these are SmackDown exclusive.
That's what I'm hoping for, honestly.
Yeah, because I don't want it to look like the exact same thing. Like, oh, but this one's blue instead. Like, oh, cool. Like, I got this colorway. Not awesome, I guess.
It's like a new shoe drop.
Yeah, new colorways. Did you get these new Jordans? Oh, you didn't get them in blue, bro? Like, oh, whack. How are we gonna know where you're at?
Yeah, come on.
What? Like, no, I want them to be like very exclusive. I want them to have that title. I don't want it to be like, oh, look at that, you painted it a different color. Woo!
Triple H is gonna be like, these titles are way different than the Raw titles, ladies and gentlemen. It's blue. Like, oh god,
blue.
Yeah, because that's what pissed me off about the initially. That's what pissed me off about like when they first debuted the Universal Championship. They're like, it's red.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then don't forget the Blue Universal Championship.
The Blue Universal Championship. Oh my god, it's a SmackDown title now.
It's different.
It looks exactly the same as the WWE Championship. So I'm really hoping they don't make the same mistake. Because then even when like going back to the Raw and SmackDown tag titles, like the previous designs, it was like, oh, it's a red strap. All right, what else? It's red, so it's cool. Raw. Cool.
You know what title is that? Come on, Elijah. Don't you know your colors, bro? Raw is red, SmackDown's blue. Jeez, man. Oh my goodness. It's blue. It's BLUE blue. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Like, I swear to God, if they do that, I'm actually going to be kind of upset. I'm going to be a little salty about it. I'll be quite upfront with you guys.
Listen, I'm ready for that. But one thing's gonna suck though. They're gonna give it to Austin Theory. I'm gonna cry.
Hell yeah, buddy! And he comes back in the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so salty. And WrestleMania was like forever ago.
If you didn't catch our last couple episodes, you should listen to them. But like, quick little spoiler alert if you haven't. Devin does not like Austin Theory. And I don't know why. He's a pretty good wrestler, has a solid promo. He's not perfect in the ring, but I think he's improving each year, and his character's great.
I'd rather hear Nia Jax say, you're
for some reason, he sees all that.
I'm going to squash you. And I'd rather hear Nia Jax say that all night than listen to fucking Austin Theory.
You're such a hater. Austin Theory's a good wrestler.
Austin Theory, I will squash you.
Grow up.
Grow up, bro. God.
Grow up.
He's your. Guess what? He's going to be there on Friday. Him and Grayson Waller, and they're going to get their tag titles.
I hope they lose the titles at Backlash.
Nope. Hell no, they're not.
No, I hope that Grayson betrays Austin and pulls a Cody Rhodes.
Hell no, they're not.
If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Cody Rhodes was a tag team with Hardcore Holly like forever ago against Ted DiBiase. Yeah, but Ted DiBiase didn't have a partner besides a mystery partner. And then it was Cody Rhodes.
It's Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase Jr.
Cody won and lost. Like, how's that possible? I still don't get that. I'm such a hater. I'm such a hater.
Dude,
fuck that guy.
Austin Theory's my tag champ for a little while. I'm cool with it.
Oh man, whatever. If y'all haven't seen it, then You must be blind. There's been little teasers of our little friend Uncle Howdy popping up left and right. It's everywhere. And so on Monday night, our friend Zach here got the QR code. I don't know how he got the puzzle and everything, but I think he was like one of the first people to do it.
He's a
So
smart
shout out
cookie.
to Zach.
Yeah,
I actually
honestly,
want
like a little plug here. We actually do have what we're talking about on Twitter. So if you are very confused, check out our Twitter. Look and see what we're about to say.
It is also on our TikTok. So
TikTok,
Also
YouTube
TikTok.
Shorts. Go check that out.
basically, what's been happening over the last few episodes of WWE television is at different points in the night, the screen will actually glitch, right? They'll send a little glitch throughout the screen. I think last SmackDown, it was during the Bianca Belair Jade Cargill tag match. The screen glitched out, and in the bottom right corner of the screen, you saw a little encrypted message that said "You forgot about us." So that lit the internet on fire. Everybody's throwing out their speculations and whatnot. And then on Monday Night Raw, this past recording of Monday Night Raw, they flashed a Falcon type silhouette and then immediately followed by a QR code during the New Day entrance. So I was able to grab that QR code and it sent me to some like pixelated, like jumbled up letters. You had to uncover the letters, which revealed a URL. Type in that URL, takes you to an alternate page where it runs a video talking about trust us, we're going to make all of this better. Very cryptic messaging. And the internet seems to believe that it will be an Uncle Howdy return with the Wyatt Six, possibly Alexa Bliss back in the mix there. Eric Rowan was recently pulled from his independent contract due to other obligations. So there's lots of rumors going around about a possible Uncle Howdy return. How do you guys feel about an Uncle Howdy run?
Go ahead, Elijah. I'll let you go first.
Oh, so considerate. No,
I'm so kind.
I feel Devin is a hater for two people. Austin Theory
I
and
love
me.
you.
No.
Can everyone I want everyone to know I love you, buddy.
Nah,
I don't know.
if I was a tag
Say
champion,
it back. Say it back.
I'll think about it.
Damn it.
It's fair.
It's okay. It's okay. I love myself. That's all that matters.
Someone has to. So, and he flashed the engagement ring at me. All right, buddy. Weird flex, but okay. Going band for band on the podcast here.
I'm sorry.
Love you. Yeah, you're married too, Zach. Love it. Love it.
Oh, we got rings.
It's fine.
Move
I
on.
got me.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Anyway, with Uncle Howdy and the potential to bring back the Wyatt Six, that would be beyond amazing. Like, I would be... Because, a little backstory. Bray Wyatt, especially the Fiend character, because I always liked him since day one. I was a big fan of the cult leader character that he had, and just like his personality and his in-ring ability, because he didn't mess up really, and like his finisher, awesome ass finisher, awesome ass storytelling. Like, you know, if we ever make a list of like top 5, top 10 wrestlers one day, he's making that with flying colors. But due to his unfortunate passing last year, it really like brought a lot of doubt, because with Uncle Howdy being a part of that initially, I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, like that'd be awesome, like to have Bo Dallas come back as Uncle Howdy, and like I was really excited to see where they would go with it. But now him almost continuing the character of like a mix between the cult leader and the Fiend with like some of his powers and stuff. I am beyond excited for this, and I really hope they do bring, you know, like I said, Alexa Bliss and Eric Rowan as well. But even if that doesn't happen, just to have an Uncle Howdy character come in and start wrestling again, like he doesn't even have to win titles or anything, just to have that opportunity and to be able to see that, I'm on the hype train for it. Absolutely.
I'm on the fence. So.
Oh.
Well, no, I have nothing against it. I am all for it, but I'm just...
He's an Uncle Howdy hater.
Oh
Confirmed.
my god.
Here we go.
Look at
You
this
know,
guy. Who invited, bro?
I hate everyone. What
Who invited,
what
bro?
Every
gosh.
podcast needs a
Just
heel.
no.
Continue, Devin. I
Oh my
apologize.
God,
I had
no,
to snap back on you.
it's fine. I'm just trying to express my feelings. That's it. Like,
I had to get my get back. That's all I'm
no, you're
saying.
good. No, so like right now, like it seems so awesome, and I think everyone's on board for it. What I'm worried about if they get to that spot where they think they would with because Bray was pretty much the brains of the whole creation. Like it was his baby,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to make sure that they don't fumble the ball. That's it. I mean, I don't think they will, but it's just that little thing in the back of my head. Like it would hurt his. I don't want to think hurt his legacy, but it just wouldn't look good going forward with the story. Other than that, though, I think they would do great. Just a little thing back in my head. I hope it rules over the Bloodline storyline. To be honest, that'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah,
To kind of piggyback off what you said about being on the fence about it, the difference
you're a
with
hater
this
too.
negative. I would
Okay.
never.
Hey,
The
this
Zach
difference
would
with
never.
this,
Come on now.
Oh, okay, whatever.
See,
the
I
difference
trust
with
Zach.
this and other eras of WWE, like Triple H has done nothing to lead us astray. I trust Triple H with everything. Like he is him when it comes to booking, and he has done nothing to prove otherwise.
Sing a song.
Every storyline that we as fans thought was going to fail, just give it time. It always picks up and it always delivers. Look at Damage Control. Look at Judgment Day. If he inherits this storyline and it's a continuation of the Fiend persona, I have full trust in Triple H to handle this correctly.
All right, man. I guess I'm just the only hater here. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool. It's no.
There has to
I
be
think
one of us.
we're all excited for this, man. But now it's time to talk about the set. I think this is the most not shocking, but still sad to see our boy Chad Gable has turned heel. He's turned heel. I it's so sad. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen that night. I thought after the match was done, when Sammy won the match, they both raised each other's hands, all happy. Then you could tell the disappointment in Chad, but I thought he had respect for it and everything. Sammy goes hug his wife. I love you. Next, boom, German suplex, and then he throws him at the ring pole, and then puts him in an ankle lock between the turnbuckles. I was like, oh my goodness, Chad, chill out, bro. It's not that serious. It was awesome. Great storytelling because we all saw it coming, but we didn't know when it was about to happen. And that's Triple H's magic right there. Is getting you to think that it was going to be the end of the night. We're all good. Nah, got you. They just changed everything now. Now they're going to have this big storyline for Sammy and Chad. Zach, who is always watching Monday Night Raw, probably more shocked than I was. Who knows? What do you think of the match itself, and what do you think about the heel turn?
So my excitement for all of this starts even before the match. WWE production is at a level that I've never seen it before. All of us as fans have been talking about it.
The cameramen deserve a pay raise.
5 stars. Five stars.
Give them their flowers. So the Jey Uso match ends. Jey Uso is walking out of the stadium. He goes through the crowd.
Shows a
And
fan.
the whole time shoves a fan. That's so jam. The whole time.
Shoved him. He went boom.
Get the fuck out my shot, bro.
So the whole time that he's leaving the stadium, there's a cameraman following him through the crowd. He gets up to the concourse. He's leaving. He's hyping up all the people. He walks out of the stadium. Boom, there's Sami Zayn. They're in Montreal, where Sami Zayn is from. Massive pop.
Massive. It was huge.
I don't know if any country loves their guy more than Montreal loves. I know Montreal's not a country. You get it. More than Montreal loves Sami Zayn. Okay? So Sami Zayn, they continue this one shot. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso are having a conversation. Sami Zayn walks back in. He's like, his music hits. Crowd is going bananas. He makes his entrance through the crowd. That was one of the best entrances I've ever seen in my life.
Did you see he threw that trash can?
Yeah,
He
he
threw the
bodied a
trash.
trash can.
Hit him with
'Cause
the
he's-
Olay. Oh my god, that got me hyped. I'm over here. I'm over here watching. I'm like, yeah, what is this? That's what I'm saying. Like it was the same thing with the WrestleMania stuff, where I'm for some reason just Sami Zayn. Like I want that to be part of Sami Zayn's entrance from now on, if it makes sense for the story. If it makes sense for the story, because him being in Montreal, like you said, and everything, and him just walking and being like, "Let me show you guys why this is the best." Wrestling city in the world, and then just like ole, 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 just going crazy, high fiving people, hyping himself up. I'm like, nah, he needs to hold this for a year. I don't care. He should never lose the IC title ever again.
Never
Retire
again.
it.
Just have every match in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
To talk about the match specifically, then, match was great. It was a very hard hitting match. Two amazing technical wrestlers. Sammy again pulling out El Generico moves. I mean the thing where he throws his legs on the ropes and he does like a moonsault to the outside. That was nuts.
Oh
that was
gosh.
Crazy. Devin, you mentioned it. The Gable just absolutely launching Sami Zayn into the turnbuckle. I thought he broke his neck. I was like,
bro,
that was crazy.
Like, yo, bro, chill.
And then Sammy is so good at selling injuries. I think he's actually hurt every time because I forget what movie he was trying to do, but he like grabbed his ankle and like pretended that he was hurt, and then he went to do a haluva kick and he collapsed, and it was like, why is he so good at this? He's so good at selling injuries.
Every time. Professional.
That was such a hard hitting match, and that was great. And I think Sammy retaining was the right decision because it did eventually lead to a Chad Gable heel turn, which when it initially happened, I saw it coming, but I was bummed because I love Chad Gable. So I was bummed to see him turn heel, but it makes sense. And I personally, where I want this story to go is I want them to recreate Team Angle to a T. Give me Chad Gable as the leader of this faction. Give me the Creed brothers. Chad Gable,
Aren't they baby faces though?
That
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
They're so new to the roster. They're so new to the roster that they can turn heel.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Have them hit someone with the chair, and that's it.
I want them to run back the Team Angle storyline, like plagiarize it to a T. Give me exactly everything that Team Angle did. Run it back. Because imagine Team Angle, which was Kurt Angle, Shelton Benjamin, and Charlie Haas. Just recreate it with Chad Gable, Brutus, and Julius Creed. It's right there. It's right there.
That's a good one, actually. Elijah, same thing to you. How do you feel about the match? I know you love that entrance. How do you feel about your boy, your best friend, Chad Gable, turning heel?
I loved it. In my WrestleMania predictions, I said it was going to make it.
He did call it.
It was going to cost him, and he wasn't going to do it. I didn't think they were going to do it on Raw. I thought it would happen. I mean, I guess I thought it was going to happen either at Mania or sometime after, which I guess still kind of proves me right. But I think it's the right move because a lot of people compare Chad Gable to Kurt Angle, and like one of my favorite characters is heel Angle. Like I don't think they're going to go the exact same route, but it's so close and so similar that I do want it to happen. Especially when he posted, I think he posted this today, where it was a screenshot of him holding Sammy in the ankle lock, and he just goes, "You guys would have done the same thing." I'm like, yeah, I would.
Damn it.
Yeah, I would.
Damn it.
I'm like, come on now. I think he'd be an excellent heel. He has the charisma for it. He definitely has the wrestling accolades for it.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't think about recreating Team Angle, but I'm on board with that 100%. On top of that, though, Bronson Reed is still supposed to get a title shot at the IC title. So I feel like a Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable triple threat will bring the house down. That would be like a hidden match of the night if they decide to go that route. Because Bronson's going to get his title shot. Chad's probably going to come in and interfere. And a triple threat for that would be beyond amazing. I know I keep on bringing up triple threats, but when you have as many talented people as WWE has on the roster, it is a good way to include everyone and tell a really good story. Like, they shouldn't rely on it too much, but for this specific story, it makes 100% sense.
To piggyback off the Bronson Reed thing, I feel like they have to do something to make the Andre the Giant Battle Royal mean something. Like, if they just gave him that opportunity strictly because he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I would be okay with that as well. Because what does the Battle Royal mean? Like, nothing. It literally means nothing to the story arc of the WWE.
You
You
win a
didn't make it to
trophy, Zach.
WrestleMania, so here you go, bud.
You win a
Exactly.
trophy, and that is that's like the title itself.
Yeah, kinda.
Andre the Giant was a main eventer. We're talking about guys who aren't going to be at WrestleMania, but like, hey, here's the Andre the Giant trophy. Here you go. Take that everywhere with you. If I was Bronson Reed, I'd be taking that to the ring. And like,
Do you remember-
it's
It
like,
should be
something
polish
where,
it,
like, they-
polish it.
I think it should be something where they make it similar to like, I know other wrestling promotions do this, but like you can cash it in for a title shot. It doesn't even have to be a world title shot, but like something, because that's already Money in the Bank. But like, cash it in for something, like even if it's like the Money in the Bank version for mid card titles. I'm cool with that because the original idea of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle. Fuck, I keep messing up my words because I talk
You're
too
doing
fast.
great.
Oh, thanks, sweetie.
But
See, Zach, this is why we're friends. This is
this is why I'm
Always
heel.
has
This is why I'm the heel in this podcast. You guys pissed me off.
always has my back no matter what. I appreciate you.
all right.
That's a real friend right there.
I told you I love you. What do you mean?
I don't appreciate fake words. Zach means it.
Anyway.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal should mean something. Like, because the original idea was you win it and it's like one of the biggest things ever. Like when Cesaro won it, we're like, oh my god, he's up next. And unfortunately, due to some booking decisions, that wasn't the case. But
Exactly.
it should mean something. Like everyone should be fighting for something. But that's just my personal opinion on it.
Yeah. Hey, man. Just got to trust the process. Hopefully, he does get somewhere with it. And now we are onto another topic. This is going to be a little fun. WrestleMania, yes, was 10,000 years ago. We get it, but this is our last time talking about it.
It's the wrap up.
It's the wrap up. We are going to talk about our top 2 favorite underrated WrestleMania matches in our opinions. So all 3 of us picked 2 matches that we feel like were underrated, but feel like they're good enough that they should be talked about more in the future. So guess what? Since everyone hates me and doesn't care about me, I'm going first so I can feel loved. Okay.
Get the first
Zach,
overall
who
draft
invited,
pick.
bro?
I'm him.
Who invited, buddy?
You know what? I remember that.
Wasn't me.
Guys are so mean. All right. So my first match that I picked that was underrated was The Undertaker versus Edge, WrestleMania 24.
No
Yo.
shot.
Dude,
You going first, absolutely. I'm in a pickle.
let's go. Let's go.
Go on.
So, I believe that was like the first WrestleMania I remembered. Didn't get to watch it, but I got to see some highlights. And thanks to Peacock, I can watch this match over and over again. These two had great chemistry. I didn't know this at the time, but Edge was undefeated against The Undertaker before this match. And
I didn't know
Edge
that
was the world champion, and they had talks about Edge actually beating The Undertaker, but Edge didn't want that. But man, did they put on a show. So I made some notes. First off, they had great chemistry in the ring. That ongoing rivalry that they had was insane, man. Like it was like started back from that Survivor Series to WrestleMania, and that was the main event. Like it wasn't a triple threat match with Randy, Triple H, and John. It was The Undertaker and Edge. Also, I just want to say this: after watching this match, I should have picked The Undertaker over Bray Wyatt. The Undertaker. So I'm sorry. I should have.
Isn't that funny?
Too late. It's too late now. I'm sorry. The
I said
Undertaker's
what I said.
Listen, The Undertaker, man, I watched that match. I'm like, this guy at that age was killing it. He was diving over on the top rope onto Edge. I think he did it like twice that match. And then like Edge threw him out in the crowd. Like literally like threw him onto the barricade and then he landed in the crowd. This woman goes, "Oh my gosh, like get away from him." But overall the match was so good. Like the ending, there was a lot of false finishes, which I love in any match. The false finishes because it makes you think like, is he gonna win? Is he gonna do it? Nope. But then once the Undertaker finally got that tombstone, not the tombstone, he did tombstone, kicked out, and then did the triangle hold. I think that was called at the time.
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate. I think that was the Undertaker's move, but that's another way they called it. I forgot when I was little. They would bleed out of their mouth, and I really thought, like, did he kill them? Did he just end their life?
I remember that.
Crush the windpipe of Edge, and you're like, oh no.
Oh no! But the Undertaker, man, but props to the Edge too, man. What a guy, or Adam Copeland, whatever y'all want to call him, man. He's edged. He's edged to me. That's my edge.
That was a fantastic match, and that was definitely one of the ones I had written down. So that, like I said, throws me in a pickle.
Yes.
One of my favorite parts from that match, I think it was Charles Robinson is the ref's name.
He was.
Buddy ran a 4.340.
Buddy was like hauling ass.
Dude,
NFL Combine
Charles
style.
Robinson. Dude. Yeah, I think he ran faster than John Cena, to be honest.
That was one of the false finishes that you're referring to. I believe Taker had a tombstone. He had like his whole tongue out, eyes in the back of his head. Charles Robinson.
He's over here still like holding him like
4-3 down to the ring and 1-2 kick out at 2.9. It was incredible.
Edge hit Undertaker with a camera, damn it. Like,
yeah.
That match was awesome.
No, I definitely liked that match too a whole bunch and was underrated because I forgot about it.
See?
Yep.
I shouldn't have though, because it's always in all the hype videos, and I do think it's probably one of Undertaker's best WrestleMania matches.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
All right, who's next, boys? I'm so glad I went first.
Who you're the host? To?
You tell us.
Heel guy. I just went heel on y'all. So
who's next? Who is it?
Hey, someone go. I can go again.
Oh my god,
I can go again. Right. Honestly,
I'll go.
Thank you. I don't care who went next. Honestly, I'm on fire right now. I can do whatever I want.
He's turning heel on the podcast.
That nice. All I asked for someone to say I love you, and I didn't get that. So
let it go, Devin.
This guy. So with my underrated WrestleMania matches, I thought of a few of them, but me personally, I wanted to try to do one that's in recent memory, like past 5 years or so, and one that's older, one that I kind of had to go back and watch. And I'm going to start off with the one that I had to go back and watch. My favorite older WrestleMania match that I feel like goes under the radar no matter what is actually from WrestleMania 17, one of the best WrestleManias of all time. That being Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. Now, I know, hindsight being 2020, Benoit is an interesting name to bring up, and I apologize for bringing it up. But the match that they had was so good that they just cooked it like in the ring. Like the whole storyline about it was trying to prove who was a better wrestler, not sports entertainer, wrestler. So there was a lot of mat-based wrestling, a lot of holds, reversals, a whole bunch of close calls of like, oh, he barely got to the ropes, kicking out at 2.9. It was beyond amazing. So, but it started off evenly matched. Like Kurt had Chris's number and vice versa. But then this is where we started to see Kurt go heel because he was a face at this time. Kurt starts going heel. He starts getting a little bit more desperate. Like he starts, like trying to like pretty much cheat to win, and it doesn't happen. The ref never catches it. And eventually what happens is Kurt rolls up Benoit, but he grabs the tights for the 3. So he technically cheats to win, and then is pretty much celebrating, like, yeah, like I did that, like, woo, woo, I'm the better wrestler. Like just going crazy with it. It was like if you guys go back and watch it, he is. It's like a little kid at a candy shop. He gets so excited that
He
he's
really
like, "Yeah,
does.
it was to prove who was the better wrestler. I was the better wrestler." It's like, Kurt, you cheated. No, I didn't. You grabbed the tights. No, I didn't. Like, it's just the storytelling was beyond amazing, and this is what slowly made Kurt Angle go back into being a heel in 2001. But the story overall was beyond amazing. But when people normally talk about WrestleMania 17, they bring up Rock and Austin, which, don't get me wrong, deserved to be in the main event, told a really, really good story, and overall was one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time. But honestly, like, the match of the night, going back to it, because there was definitely a few, there's a reason why a lot of people consider it one of, if not the best WrestleMania of all time. But I definitely think Kurt versus Chris was definitely underrated and should definitely, if you are a fan of wrestling within itself, should go back and watch.
Who's Chris?
Redacted.
I don't know who this guy is. Oh, him.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Redacted went crazy in the ring. That's all I'll say. I'll
Redacted
keep
went
it to
crazy.
that.
Are you referring to Crispin Waugh?
Yeah, that got Crispy Wah. Yeah.
Crispy Waugh, I believe is his name.
Oh gosh.
Crispy. Yeah, I'm referring to Crispy.
He be killing it in the ring. You know what I mean?
Oh, get this guy out of here. He's done. And he was wondering why I don't say I love you back. He does shit like that. And I'm like, oh, why? I have a career, Devin. I have a career that I have to maintain.
Devin, you can't say that.
Oh, I definitely can.
Devin, you can't say
I
that.
definitely can.
Oh, you're an idiot.
I didn't say anything.
All
I
right.
said,
I'll say it one more time.
He did kill it in the ring. In the ring.
Just somebody
Zach,
mute
I'll
his
say
mic.
it one more time. Who invited, bro?
He
Mute
did.
his mic. Get him out of here.
Mute him.
He did.
Mute
I
him.
want him banned.
He did. He was. Paul Heyman said it. He was a top 5 wrestler of all time. I didn't say anything. I did not say anything because what he did was terrible. That's why I don't know why he brought up this damn match. Okay,
Because it's underrated. I look back at it.
we
I
don't
was
talk.
like, this is
The
beyond
WWE
amazing.
doesn't even talk about him anymore. But you
Well-
brought him up on here.
He had a
Hey,
good match.
better you than me. About that match. That match, I've only seen it one time. Obviously, I was too young to watch it live. But I have gone back and I've watched that whole WrestleMania because that is widely regarded as one of the best WrestleManias ever. I didn't know that match was on that match card until I rewatched it. So, quite a surprise to me. And I will say that was one of my favorite matches to ever watch. And WrestleMania 17 just. There's so many heavy hitters in that WrestleMania. The TLC match, obviously, as you mentioned, the Steve Austin versus The Rock,
The hardcore match with Kane, Big Show, and Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
That was also another one that I was
everything just buries, and that is such a hidden gem that's a real cult classic for us hardo wrestling fans to go back and watch for sure.
Absolutely.
I'll take the ball here. My first underrated WrestleMania match that I want to bring up is kind of a different route than what you guys took. You guys both took very good, very technical wrestling matches. Mine is more of a comedy match, but it is underrated. It is underrated for good reason. WrestleMania 38, Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville.
Fuck!
So, sounds like I drafted one of your picks. Listen,
He's like, damn it.
this match, I adore this match. Okay, truth be told, WrestleMania 38 is when I got hardcore back into wrestling. I had always followed the storylines and whatnot, but WrestleMania 38 is what brought me right back in. So I didn't really know the storyline. I know that they'd been beefing for a couple months and whatnot, but this match was awesome. If you are a slapstick comedy enjoyer like I am, this match is perfect for you. If you like, crazy weapon spots, this match is perfect for you. This match ruled. So Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville put on an absolute classic.
Did you say Johnny Knoxville, sir?
I did.
Yes, he did. Johnny Knoxville was in wrestling.
I
love
did.
it.
I did say Johnny Knoxville. They did the classic, like, if you've ever watched Jackass, the big hand that comes out. It's just like, it was so funny. And
Oh my gosh.
The table with mouse traps on it.
the table with the mouse
That
traps
was
on it. Sami
creative.
Zayn takes a giant mousetrap spot, gets trapped in the mousetrap. That's how he loses the match. We even had a Wee Man appearance. We had
Forgot
Wee
about
Man
that.
body slamming Sami Zayn. Like, this match is perfect. I love this match so much because if you're trying to get somebody into the world of wrestling, this is a go-to match for me to introduce people to wrestling. Because yes, you have your technical work, you have your, competition, but wrestling is comedy too. Like, the comedy aspect of this match was perfect. And I've also found that if the WWE puts you in a match against a celebrity, they have an immense amount of trust in you. Look what Sami Zayn did immediately following that WrestleMania. Sami Zayn got introduced into the Bloodline storyline, which took him to heights that he had never seen before, made the Bloodline storyline everything that it became. And then, if you want another example, Damian Priest. Damian Priest was in a match with Bad Bunny at Backlash last year, and Damian Priest is now the World Heavyweight Champion. If the WWE puts you with a celebrity, the WWE has an immense amount of trust in you, and you are on your way. Also, shout out to the commentary in this match. The commentary was great.
I was gonna say that was my favorite thing was Pat
Yeah.
McAfee.
Yep.
Wee Man!
Yeah.
Oh, that popped
Punches
me
and bunches.
so. That popped me so much. I was
Yeah.
so happy when that happened.
Dude, I'm so glad. I was going to pick that, but I had a feeling when you guys were going to pick that, so I was like, nah.
Yep.
I'm
We
not trying
both did. I don't know if you could tell by my reaction. I literally had it
to-
loaded, ready to go.
He's like, fuck. Like, I heard that. I was like, damn, that sucks, bro.
Had it loaded, ready to go. And
Oh, man. Great.
Uh,
Hey.
respect.
a little mid-show production here. Are we doing snake draft or are we restarting? How we doing this, heel Devin?
Oh, we're going back to me. Come on, y'all.
I figured. Go on.
Snake draft. Ooh, what's this? Fantasy football? Come on, boy.
Whatever.
Come on, what
Get out
is
of here.
this? Boys, I'm so glad y'all didn't pick this match. I was like, this feeling inside, I thought one of y'all were going to pick this. I picked WrestleMania 30, the opening match, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about, like, we just had the greatest moment seeing Cody finally win his first World Championship. We got to see Daniel Bryan go pretty much the same thing at the Yes movement. The build-up. Yes. Oh,
Yes.
dude, if you don't, like, the Yes movement was more than just in the WWE. It was outside of wrestling. It was going everywhere. Everyone knew what that movement was, and it was huge. And I love how they build it up, saying like, "Oh, he was a B+ player. He's not the face of the WWE," and like he had to prove it. And you can tell the fans were on his side when he didn't show up in the Royal Rumble. People were so mad. They booed Rey Mysterio. That's how important this man was to win a damn championship at WrestleMania. Got it, but he had to first get through the CCO, Chief Content Officer Triple H. Oh man! First off, his entrance was awesome. I'm like, this guy. That's why he's a goat. He's one of the goats, man. I love Triple H. I miss having him in wrestling. But like, just overall, the match itself is awesome. Just like how way it starts, the crowd was in it all the way. It just like felt it. You just felt the energy because that was probably the only damn good match of the night. So that's the most disappointing part. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that storytelling is so like crucial for me as a wrestling fan because it was like that the whole time. Stephanie McMahon was yelling at Daniel like, "You're not good enough. You're a complete garbage. You'll always be number two." And then the whole time she's like, "Come on, baby." Like she's going to Triple H. "Come on, baby. Get back up. Get back up."
Yeah, as soon as Triple H doesn't move, she's like, "Yeah," just clapping.
Yeah. Oh my
Wife of the year.
gosh.
Wife of the year.
Shut
right?
up. There's this one move. Like I swear, Daniel Bryan almost had a concussion. So Triple H was outside the ring, and Daniel was getting on top of the turnbuckles. He jumps off and does a front flip but it looked like he missed Triple H and like hit his head back on the ground. I was like, damn, like did he hurt himself? But it was so cool.
Yeah.
And and it's just I think also like what made the match so much cooler because now leading up to it at the end of the match when Daniel won, Triple H said, nah. Like I'm going so like I think Stephanie smacked him like 3 times. Triple H hit him from behind and then like grabbed the steel chair and like put his shoulder by the post and just smacked it. And so what built that main event even like it built it up even more like, oh, is he gonna be able to do it? By the way, JBL is a menace on the mic, man.
Always has been.
It's like, Daniel, I understand this right now, man. You made it to WrestleMania. Just give up. And then JR's like, no, Jerry the King Lawler's like, why would he just give up? You should just give up. I'm like, damn. I'm just glad none of y'all picked my 2 matches. I was so scared that one y'all were going to do it. I was like, thank you. Thank y'all so much. I don't love you guys. I don't.
It's fine.
It's if someone's butt hurt.
I'm so butthurt. No one said love me. It's one of your fault.
I was about
life,
to,
baby.
and you said Chrissy B killed it in the ring, and I was like, yeah, all right.
I didn't.
have to retract
I
it.
didn't mean anything towards it. I just said in the ring.
Had to retract it.
Why do we got to bring it back up? Why do we got to bring it back up?
Oh my gosh.
Elijah,
Oh
match
my
number
God.
2, brother. Get us
Match-
out of here.
Match number 2. So, I originally had the Sami Zayn Johnny Knoxville match.
Did
but
you?
I did. That was my number 2.
Damn.
I'm going into the reserves now.
Oh
because,
man. The reserves.
You know, you got to think on the fly here. So my reserve match, but like I said, still very underrated match that I feel like should get more love, is WrestleMania 31. Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. Now, I know a lot of people were upset because this is after Taker lost his streak at the previous WrestleMania at 30, and a lot of people were kind of hating on it because it was at like a weird time. Like Undertaker's entrance was during the day outside and like kind of weird. But I feel like the story there and what built to it was the important part of it. And I feel like it helped rebound Taker's career after taking the loss at the previous year's WrestleMania. There was a lot of good spots in that match with like pretty much being who is going to continue to be the I don't want to say creepy one of the WWE, but like spiritually like gothic, like
Yeah.
who's gonna run WWE in that aspect. And it was a good match. Like you had Bray doing the kind of his little crab walk spot and all that stuff. Undertaker sitting up at the same time, like that visual will always get a pop out of me regardless.
Oh yeah.
Just the counter after counter and like the story of, oh, is Taker gonna lose twice in a row? Does he even have it anymore? Like bringing that aspect up and everything. And me personally, I wanted Bray to win as like a pass the torch moment, but I understand why they didn't at that point. But I just overall, it was pretty botch free for the most part. I couldn't remember any botches off the top of my head. But overall, I really, I had a lot of respect for that WrestleMania. Because honestly, WrestleMania 31 was definitely underrated if we're talking as a whole show. But I feel like that was one of the things that gets shoved under the ring, no pun intended, because you had like the IC ladder match. That was the IC ladder match, Randy versus Seth, and then the Seth cash in at the end of the night. Like there was a lot of great moments with that, but I feel like it really doesn't get talked about that much, and it should, because it was a really good match and told a good story at the end of the day. I personally really liked it.
What you mentioned, the spot where Bray Wyatt pops up and his little crab walk,
does the walk.
That was awesome. And then Undertaker,
and then Undertaker sits up and they're just making eye contact of like, oh crap, who's scaring who?
I just recently watched the the Bray Wyatt documentary on Peacock, and they go into that match in detail and how important that match was to Bray Wyatt and how important that match was to Undertaker. Undertaker said that match revitalized his career, what little of it he had left, and reminded him like, hey, like I'm still Undertaker, So like that, I think that match is really important in the history of Undertaker.
Well,
Yeah, I agree because it was 100%. Like that's what I was saying before, where I'm like, it brought him back, it rejuvenized his career. Like it was straight up like the storytelling with it of the can he, will he do it? Like is his time passed? And then no, it wasn't, and it shouldn't have been. Like personally, I don't think the streak should have ever ended. I'm on
it
that
should
same
never
train
end.
of
He
you.
should have gone undefeated, in my
Absolutely.
opinion. It's
With WrestleMania, absolutely.
yeah, and the fact that he lost to Brock and Roman, like all the people he's faced at WrestleMania, he lost at that time. Brock didn't need it, and Roman was pushed to beat him. So, sorry, I'm not going to get into that another day. Zach, what's your last match, man?
So I was going to go with WrestleMania 24, Undertaker versus Edge, but you took that with the first overall pick.
I did.
You did. But luckily, I'm a professional. I came prepared. I am going to go to WrestleMania 34, the mixed tag match, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey.
That's a good match. That's a good one.
I love this match. WrestleMania 34 was very underwhelming, to say the least. And this is one of the few bright spots in it. This match is great. The Triple H with his typical WrestleMania entrance. Triple H low-key, best WrestleMania entrances of all time. Him and Stephanie came out on motorcycles with like crazy headgear. It was great. The entrances were awesome. Kurt Angle at this age, taking the big bumps that he was taking was kind of crazy. He got thrown into an announce table, didn't break the table, which I probably hurts more, to be honest, than when the table does break. That was pretty crazy to see. And then this is basically a Ronda Rousey showcase. So this is her in-ring debut. Definitely her WrestleMania debut. I believe her in-ring debut. There was a spot where Ronda Rousey just squared up with Triple H and started delivering body blows after body blows, and like legitimately backed him into a corner. Looked like she was like killing him. It was so funny. And then all these crazy spots. Stephanie McMahon. This is also her WrestleMania in-ring debut. Believe it or not, she was taking some pretty nasty spots as well. So there was a part in the match where Kurt Angle had Triple H in an ankle lock, and Ronda Rousey had Stephanie McMahon in her armbar, and they were just both in the middle of the ring, just looking like they were in the most painful holds of their life. But the end of this match I really enjoyed because the armbar that Ronda Rousey put on Stephanie McMahon to end this match was so nasty. It looked like Stephanie McMahon's shoulder dislocated from her rib cage. It was so disgusting.
Dude.
One of the most violent arm bars I've ever seen. And the way that Ronda Rousey like stared in Stephanie McMahon's eyes and told her like, "Hey, this is about to happen," and then just snaps her arm. It was disgusting.
Dude.
I love this match. This match was a lot of fun.
Do you think for a minute she's like, "Oh crap, I forgot. I'm in wrestling, not UFC."
Probably
She's Stephanie. She's over here like,
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
Sounds like gosh.
I think she did. That match ruled though. That was a really fun match.
Good choice, boys. Hey, that's why we came prepared, because you never know what can happen. If when y'all did take it, just real quick, when y'all did take one of my spots, I did have Randy Orton versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 21. That was one of my ones.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Do you guys have any honorable ones?
I used my honorable one already.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I'll jump in with an honorable mention here. Hardy Boys, WrestleMania 25, Matt versus Jeff Extreme Rules match.
Hey, very underrated. I will give you that.
I will say that too.
I can't remember if it was on the pod, but we brought this match up, I think on our predictions episode, Brother versus Brother.
Yep.
So that night, actually, I went back and watched the Matt versus Jeff match. was a really good match. A lot of hardcore spots there. Obviously, what you're going to get with the Hardy Boys, but the table Hardy Boy table spot, like
Oh my
jumping off
gosh.
Table
that
sandwich.
was crazy. Yeah, Hardy table
Oh my
sandwich. That was
gosh.
awesome.
They were going
That's
insane in that match.
that's an honorable mention. And then I believe somebody on this podcast brought up Chris Benoit. Not me. Somebody did though.
Yeah.
Someone did.
In theory, if I were to have written down a Chris Benoit match, it would have been the triple threat at WrestleMania
yeah.
20.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, if I were to have written that down, because
But
I
no
didn't
one-
bring up Chris Benoit.
No
I
one
would
won that
never.
match though. No
Yeah,
one
you're
won
right.
that
The
match.
title was just floating
The
at the end
title,
of it.
yeah.
That's weird. That's how Eddie Guerrero there too, and he was holding a
yeah.
floating title, and I was like, "That's crazy."
Triple H was in like submission move. He was getting, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was possessed or something.
I'm
Yeah,
not
and
sure.
then-
I'm not sure what
and
exactly
then
happened.
Shawn
but
Michaels just kind of super kicks air, but got him out of it. I don't know how the hell he did that. But that's impressive. That's why he's
Pedigree
that's why
to
he's a
air.
great
Oh
booker.
my gosh.
This is why we have Shawn Michaels to this day.
I know we're all fun and games here, but that's why this match is underrated, because WWE will never acknowledge it. They will never bring it up again because of how bad of a guy Chris Benoit is. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
one of the probably the best triple threat ever. Like that match was
Like it.
the best WrestleMania matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, like no, I 100% agree. And like, funny enough, that inspired the triple threat for Daniel Bryan, Batista, and Randy Orton. Like they got a lot of inspiration from that match too.
Oh yeah. Honestly, all the matches that we put up, I think they're all very definitely should be talked about more in the future. I have to actually go back and watch that Sammy versus Johnny Knoxville match. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our podcast today. If you enjoyed that, please drop a like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Also, if you want to follow us on all social media, we have Twitter/X, Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok. We are the Tag Me In Podcast. Thank y'all so much for listening or watching. Thank y'all. We appreciate you guys so much. And we'll see you guys next. Tag Me In. Yeah.
Peace.
See you guys.
Peace.